So I've been kind of going back through some other knives, just haven't really seen anything that caught my eye. So I appreciated the split back whittler the other day, but this is another pattern that has always really stood out to me, or another knife on this 98 pattern that has really stood out to me, because they did lots of patterns on this pattern, lots of different models on this pattern. But this is the 98 camp knife, and you can see, because it's been in this slip here, this was made by Wolfman Zach. He's on Instagram. I don't know if he still makes slips anymore, but he made this for me years and years ago. Oh, sight unseen. I just told him the basic dimensions of the knife, and you can see it pretty much fits this perfectly. But you can see there's a little bit of discoloration and everything on the bolsters down here. Not a big deal to me. That smooth white bone has started to take on that nice yellow patina, which is why smooth white bone has always been one of my favorite cover materials. But you can just see how well these tools are all laid out in here. And I'll kind of pull them out for you so you can see. And this is a big knife. I mean, you guys know how big my hands are, so you can tell this is a pretty big knife. I wish, like everybody else, they would have made this knife on the 35 pattern. That would have been a pretty cool thing. So you've got an awl, you have got, and these springs are pretty stout. You've got a sheep's foot blade, and you've got a large clip point blade, some hair on there. You can see this is a pattern production premiere. So this was the first knife that rolled out on this 98 pattern. And you have a can opener here. And you can see, even with all of these blades packed into this tight blade well, there was no rubbing on these blades. So, and I don't baby the knife. I mean, I'm just gonna close it down now, and you'll see everything just falls exactly where it's supposed to. No issues. It's pretty amazing what they have done in the past. Not that their knives now aren't, pretty impressive. I do wish that they would come out with some different patterns. In my opinion, for example, a 35 pattern version of this. But I think a lot of people wish that would happen, or even just some more, as nauseating as they were at the time, some 15s. But we haven't seen them in so long. I think people would be open to some 15s again. Just some either some things we've been waiting on, or some of the more popular patterns that we haven't seen in a while. So anyway, I just wanted to show that off a little bit. Like I said, I know I've been kind of going back, appreciating different knives I've already owned, and kind of talking about them and their history and everything. And I should have brought out my Scout knife, my Soda Scout knife, because I just found out the other day that its cover material is pretty special. So maybe that'll be the next one I do. But yeah, for what it is, I've just been kind of going back through these knives. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate you guys watching. Remember, a lazy man carries a dull knife.